Michael or Jimmy, could I ask you if you can hear me? Because I'm not hearing anything so far.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
very good. Thank you. So at least I know the audio is working. I wasn't sure. Thanks.
One, two, three, test one, two, three. Hi, thank you to everyone who is joining us. Good morning. To everyone who's joining us here in the board hearing room. And thank you as well to our Bureau representatives who are joining us via the Zoom platform. We do have a full agenda this morning. We have 10 items on our agenda, but however, a couple of our items will be requested to be continued. My name is TJ Knight. I'm the Assistant Executive Officer. If you are a member of the public who wishes to offer public commentary or comments on any of our agenda items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Or if you are joining us via our virtual platform, please press *9 to unmute, *6 to raise your hand. Identify yourself for the record and which items you'd like to speak on. And seeing no hands raised, thank you. And we should get started in the next 5 minutes. Thank you.
Oh, hi, DJ. It's actually I can find it. This was very interesting. The original one. After the third, I guess the second one had like.
Well, good morning, young man. How we doing?
Yeah, that's right. But it looks like it turned out very well.
Smelling your ass, Charlie. Watch me, bitch. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Ouch! God damn it! But I'm a little boy. I want to speak. I wish to speak, sir. Mister, could you turn in my public comment?
Once again, good morning to all of our Bureau staff and representatives and members of public in the room, in the hearing room. If you wish to offer public comment, please fill out a speaker card in the back of our room located on the table. Or if you wish to offer commentary on any of our items, please fill one of those out and hand it to me. Any members, and welcome also to the members of the public and Bureau staff who are joining us via our Zoom platform. If there's any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our items or public commentary joining us via the Zoom platform, please press *9 to raise your hand and *6 to unmute. And seeing no hands raised, we are about to get ready with starting the meeting.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the regular scheduled meeting. Oh, no problem. Let's kick.
Okay, and we are in record mode.
Great. Thank you very much, TJ. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a regular scheduled meeting for the Board of Public Works for Friday, September 8th, 2023. TJ Knight?
Yes, President Garcia, TJ Knight, Assistant Executive Officer, taking role in establishing quorum. President Garcia, Vice President Villegas, President Pro Tem Davis, Commissioner Corsan, Commissioner Reyes are present. We do have a quorum. We are also joined this morning by City Attorney Representative Adina Hoppenstead. Once again, I'm Assistant Executive Officer TJ Knight. President Garcia, we have one speaker card under public comment, no neighborhood council commentary, and no speaker cards under any of our items this morning.
Great. Thank you very much. And TJ Knight, before we move on, can you confirm the items that we have continued?
Yes, give me 1 second. So we do have a request for continuation for item 4 to be continued to Wednesday, September 13th. We have a request to continue item 6 to Friday, September 15th, and a request for item 10 to be continued to Friday, September 22nd.
Very well. Thank you.
Madam President, point of clarification. We don't have a meeting on September 15th.
We do not have a meeting on September 15th. You are correct, TJ Knight. We might have to either schedule that one on the
Thank you.
on the Wednesday or the Friday after the 15th.
Let's go ahead with the Friday, the 22nd, if that's okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So,
May I remind the public to please stay, there's no noises or no deliberable noises at this time. We're in deliberation right now, and the meeting has started.
thank you, President Garcia. So for the record, item number 4 is continued to Wednesday, September 13th. Item number 6 is continued to September 22nd, and item number 10 is continued to Friday, September 22nd.
Very well. Thank you very much, TJ Knight. All right, colleagues. Given that we have settled all of our logistics there, welcome everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. It's Friday, September. It's a good time. And we'll move on to the first item on today's business, which is we'll take general public comment now. We'll start with somebody with the name of B.
Hi, lady.
And you have 2 minutes.
Okay. Well,
I want to speak on number 10 on public right-of-ways, why the niggers keep letting people sleep on the fucking sidewalks and streets, forcing me and my service dog to cross into the danger of buses and fucking cars, you dumbass bitch. It's not right. You should get yourself out there and see what it's like to get off a fucking bus and those fucking tents are right near the curb and I can't access with my service dog. Woof, woof, woof. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah. Not you, asshole. Stop barking. No, you. What the fuck? Get on there, Charles. All right. So, I want to see improvements in our infrastructure so that disabled children and their peers, non-disabled motherfuckers like you, can access the sidewalks and streets safely. And not like that dickhead from the DWP. You lady, former attorney, you tell Mr. Thomas Peterson, for the record, 42 U.S.C. 1983, fuck you. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because that motherfucker ripped off the public on DWP, and it makes me believe that some of you are incoherent, absent-minded, stupid, moronic idiots because you allow this shit. So, once again, I want to see safe sidewalks and streets, new ramp curbs and cuts, and like I said, 42 U.S.C. in the color of law, 18, 242, and 245. Politely, fuck you.
2 minutes.
Thank you.
TJ Knight, do we have any other public comment?
No, that concludes our public commentary this morning.
Great. Public comment for today has been officially closed. Colleagues, is there a second to my motion to approve the minutes of Friday, August 25th, 2023?
Second.
Thank you, VP Villegas. TJ Knight, there's a first by me and a second by Vice President Villegas to approve the minutes of Friday, August 25th, 2023.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corsand.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes, and that item is approved.
Great, thank you very much. Moving on to agenda item number 1, this is a request from the Bureau of Engineering in all council districts for a revised contract name, pre-qualified on-call architectural and related professional service list, IBI Group, a California partnership, formerly Tetra IBI Group to Arcadius, a California partnership. Recommending the board to, 1, authorize the city engineer to instruct the city controller's office to update their payment records to reflect their consultant's name change from IBI Group, a California partnership, formerly Tetra IBI Group, to Arcades, a California partnership. Ohaji? Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, commissioners and executive staff and department heads. Ohaji Abdullah, Bureau of Engineering, Architectural Division. A little closer. Thank you. As you noted, the report is asking for the official name change on city records for IBI Group, formerly known as Tetra IBI, and they have now been purchased by Arcadis Group, a California partnership, and will be known as such. IBI has worked on numerous projects throughout the city of Los Angeles and has performed well. The recently completed ADSAC project, relocation of the Caltrans building, the City Hall server room projects with ITA, and the many other projects that are listed in the report that we're looking to have them to continue to work on. Our request is fairly simple. We just want to make sure that we can officially change their name on all payment documents so that we can continue to process their payments.
Okay, sounds pretty straightforward. Any questions, colleagues? Any objections? Commissioner Reyes, go ahead.
Just one clarification. Does Arcadis have other contracts with the city, taking the Tetra one aside? Does it have current contracts with the city as well?
Not through our Bureau of Engineering contract, they don't, but they may have contracts with other departments. But this doesn't alter those contracts. It only alters the contracts that were formerly known as under the moniker of IBI.
Yeah, it's just for my knowledge. Thank
Yes.
you.
Sorry.
Thank you, Commissioner Reyes. Any other questions? Hearing none. Is there a motion on the table to move item number 1 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, VP Villegas. TJ Knight, there's a first by Dr. Davis and a second by Vice President Villegas to move item number 1 forward and forthwith.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote on item number 1, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes, and item number 1 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Haji. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Moving on to item number 2, this is a request in Council District 14 for a final closeout change order number 18, Axiom Group, Olympic Boulevard and Mateo Street improvements. Recommending the board to authorize the city engineer to issue a deductive final closeout change order number 18, which results in a deduction amount of $419,865 with 37 cents for the Olympic Boulevard and Mateo Street improvement projects to adjust bid, item quantities, and settle all outstanding issues. And Mr. Wong is here this morning. How are you, sir? Welcome.
Good. Thank you, Commissioner. George Huang from the Bureau of Engineering, Street Improvement Division. So we are here today to talk about the project. This project was awarded by the board on March 7th, 2021 to the Axiom Group, and the total construction amount budget that was authorized by the board was $2.9 million. The project was to widen westbound Olympic Boulevard between Mateo Street and Santa Fe Avenue, and also to improve Mateo Street between Porter Street and the freeway access ramp. So since then, the project has completed construction. Our team here, in the construction management team, and inspector and the contractor have worked out sort of the final quantities that have been used up for the project, and that resulted in the final closeout change order number 18 that's presented to the board today. So this is a deductive change order, and a lot of the quantities that had been bidded, we calculated it, and there's a lot of them have been deducted from there. So that net resulted in a credit of $419,865.37. In addition, this final closeout change order includes also 138 non-compensable time extension for the contractor, which is from January 16th to May 31st, which is the statement of completion for the project. So this was due to, at the end, there was one of the vehicles just randomly struck like a street light pole, and then that we had to replace it before the contractor could close out the contract. And with that, just kind of referencing the board report, we issued 12 final executed change orders for a total of $35,000 on this project, but we're also deducting the $419,000 as well in this final closeout change order. So for this board report, we're not requesting for any additional funding authority from the board for this change order.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Wong, for that thorough report on that. Any questions, Vice President Villegas? Any objections? Hearing none. I don't have any questions either. I know that there's no issues outstanding, right, at all?
There are no issues, Commissioner. This has already been, all these have been negotiated with the contractor and the city, and there's an agreement already in place.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, is there a second to my motion to approve item number 2? Take it for Commissioner. Everybody said, but I'm going to take Commissioner Reyes. TJ Knight, there's a first by me and a second by Commissioner Reyes to move item number 2 forward and forthwith.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote on item number 2, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes. Item number 2 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Forthwith, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a
you.
good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 3. This is a request in Council District 5 for a street closure, Metro Westside Purple Line Extension Project, Section 1, Wilshire Boulevard between Cloverdale Avenue and Mansfield Avenue, and La Brea Avenue between 6th Street and 8th Street, temporary decking removal and street restoration. And Mr. Tran, you're here for this item, right? Oh, sir. I'm going to read item recommendation 6 and 8 into the record. Adopt the West Side Subway Extension Section 1 Post Record of Decision Memorandum, La Brea Decking Removal and Street Restoration Utility Weekend Closures of Wilshire Boulevard beginning September 29th, 2023 at 9 p.m. and ending November 6th, 2023 at 6 a.m. Recommendation number 8, approve temporary closure of Wilshire Boulevard between Cloverdale Avenue and Mansfield Avenue and La Brea Avenue between 6th Street and 8th Street for 6 consecutive weekends beginning September 29th, 2023 and ending November 6th, 2023, subject to conditions identified within this report. Weekend 1, September 29th to October 2nd. Weekend 2, October 6th to October 9th. Weekend 3, October 13th to October 16th. Weekend 4, October 20 to 23. And Weekend 5, contingency, October 27th through October 30th. Weekend 6, contingency, November 3rd to November 6th. And I am very excited that we are here with like almost 2 to 3 weeks in advance. Wow, I think this is like a record for us. I'm gonna set this date as a record for us. All right, turn it over to you.
Good morning. My name is Reynaldo Saldivar. I'll actually be giving the report.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Sorry. My name is Reynaldo Saldivar. I'll be giving the staff report in place of Curtis. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Reynaldo Saldivar. I'm with the Bureau of Engineering's Metro Transit Division. The Westside Purple Line Extension Section 1 project extends the Purple Line subway from the existing terminus at the Wilshire Western Station to the west, roughly 3.9 miles along Wilshire Boulevard to construct 3 new stations at Wilshire La Brea, Wilshire Fairfax, and Wilshire La Cienega, which is in Beverly Hills. The street closure request before you today is associated with the Wilshire La Brea station. Metro and their contractor, STS JV, are requesting a temporary street closure of Wilshire Boulevard between Cloverdale Avenue and Mansfield Avenue and La Brea Avenue between 6th Street and 8th Street for 6 weekends starting September 29th, 2023 and ending November 6th, 2023. And this is to facilitate the temporary decking removal and street restoration work associated with the future Wilshire La Brea station. To note, weekends number 5 and 6 are for contingency in case the contractor encounters any unforeseen conditions. All major submittals associated with this work to be performed during this closure have been approved by the Bureau of Engineering. LADOT has reviewed and approved the worksite traffic control plans for this proposed closure and does not expect the proposed work will result in any new or substantial traffic impacts. Additionally, our Traffic Management Committee will continue to review traffic impacting permits to help minimize any conflicts with ongoing construction activities in the vicinity of this closure. As a part of BOE's review of the requested street closure, our Environmental Management Division has reviewed the environmental documentations associated with this street closure, and they believe the recommendations in the report should fulfill the board's obligation under CEQA. Council District 5 has indicated their support for this street closure request, and in addition, Metro's public relations team has performed public outreach for this closure and has scheduled virtual meetings for stakeholders affected by this closure. That concludes my report. We have staff here from BOE, LADOT, Metro, and the contractor, and they're available to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you so much for your report. Any questions, colleagues? Dr. Davis?
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. VP Villegas?
Thank you. Just wanted to go over the impacts just to the local community. I realize that these street closures aren't for that long, but I just wanted to see the impact to the community and then the deviation or the reroute from DOT, if we could just go over that.
Okay.
if there was outreach done, if there's going to be signage done, how we're going to communicate the closures with the community, and then how are the rerouting going to be?
There is outreach done, and I know there have been flyers handed out. As far as rerouting, I mean, the Worksite traffic control plans have been approved, which has.
I understand that they've been approved. I'm just wondering if there was any kind of additional like information or shared information on the reroutes, if there was any kind of either like a obstacle or other perhaps favorable routes. How were those determined? That's all.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kuda Shren here from Bureau of Engineering. Yes, my understanding that the community outreach had been performed months ahead of this closure. Many stakeholders have been informed through various meetings. In fact, community outreach from Metro actually walked and sent out several thousand flyers for this closure, notify community and the major stakeholder and every business along this closure. And the routing, as far as the routing traffic, we have signs, dynamic message board sign, put it up way before this, at least a couple of weeks ahead. So motorists and also pedestrians, they are aware of it. There will be plenty of signs. There will be staff, construction contractor be tracking traffic as well, and DOT inspector, traffic officer will be out there monitoring this, and we will be monitoring throughout this closure. And I'd like to say that the closure are for weekends only, from Monday to from Friday night to Monday morning, just for those weekends.
Okay.
Also, let me introduce Mr. Ned Racine from Metro, the community outreach.
Welcome.
And he can tell you a little bit more detail about his.
Hello, Commissioners. As befitting closure of an intersection this significant, we've done a variety of outreach, all of which was completed on August 30th. That included a distribution of construction notices by Walking Man, 5,000 copies within a half a mile of the intersection. This construction notice has also appeared in the weekly look ahead. This will be the third week it appears. That is email list of 7,800. STS and I also did a door-to-door distribution of construction notices from Highland to Cloverfield. We also had a Zoom meeting where we invited stakeholders who went through the closure and the detours. The detours are described in every construction notice. And we also have a map that describes the detours. It's the same thing we did the first time we closed La Brea, Wilshire, knowing how significant an intersection that is. Mm-hmm. Any specific questions about our outreach?
I appreciate that. Just for public record, it's important to be able to state that. So I'm glad that we're, obviously, you know your line of work the best, but I'd like for the public to also be cognizant and just put it on public record so that you know, the public also knows that this significant outreach has been done. This is such a congested area. So we're really aware of, you know, just the disruption for the greater good, obviously. But it's just important to be able to put it on for public record so that the public does know. Thank you.
I understand. Also, of course, we have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline. That's continuous, and people can call before the closure, during the closure, after the closure.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. I appreciate also the public announcement on that. So always making sure that we do the right diligence in outreach is really important for this board for that. Dr. Davis?
Yeah, just basic question. We do have the support. I guess what district is this, the 10th district?
5th.
5th district?
CD5, yeah.
Oh, it's the 5th. We obviously have the support of the council office, and they've been involved in notifying constituents about the actions that we're taking towards construction for the rail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of our choice for weekend as the method and time period by which we wanted to do the construction, we obviously felt that the weekend was the better of the two options versus the weekday, that it would be less invasive on residents for us to do it on the weekend, considering that a great deal of them perhaps may, those who work traditionally, not have to go to work during the weekend, so therefore we would not interrupt as many lives by choosing the weekend as our measure of time in which to do this work versus to have done it during the week period. Is that pretty accurate?
I would say so, yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Davis. Any other questions, colleagues? Any objections? Hearing none, is there a motion on the table to move item number 3 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, VP Villegas. TJ Knight, there's a first by Dr. Davis and a second by Vice President Villegas to move item number 3 forward and forthwith.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote on item number 3, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corsan.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes. Item number 3 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of the day and weekend. Moving on to item number 5. Number 4 has been continued to Wednesday, September 13. Item number 5 is a request from the Bureau of Sanitation and the Office of Accounting in all council districts. This is a Collections Board of Review removal of uncollectible accounts, receivable balances of less than $5,000. Recommending the board to, 1, forward this report to the Collections Board of Review and request that it authorize the Director of the Bureau of Sanitation and the Director of the Office of Accounting to administratively remove from their accounts, receivables, and other city records the delinquent industrial wastewater fee balances that are less than $5,000, more than 3 years old, and owed by the industrial users with an inactive industrial wastewater permits for a total of $87,590 with 36 cents. And this morning, I don't have your name with me. Give me 1 second. I don't.
That's okay. My name is Merlita Alvarez.
Okay.
So I'm with the LA San Industrial Waste Management Division. So good morning to Board of Public Works President Garcia and the commissioners and also the Assistant Executive Director. I am here today for the board report on the removal of the uncollectible accounts receivable with balances of less than $5,000 owed by the industrial users. The purpose of the board report is to be able to write off the industrial waste invoices listed in the attachment of the board report that are still unpaid 3 or more years for permits that have been terminated, usually because of business closures. So for this report, there are 328 unpaid invoices with a total of $87,590.36. So just a brief history of the industrial waste fees. In the LAMC Code 6430, also known as the Industrial Wastewater Disposal, to protect the city's wastewater reclamation plants, the sewer lines, the sanitation workers, and also the public, industries discharging wastewater to the sewer lines and treated in the treatment plants are issued industrial wastewater permits. So they are monitored for the amount of the wastewater that is discharged and also for the pollutants that are discharged. So these permittees are billed to recover the cost for the inspection, the monitoring, and the treatment of the pollutants that is above the domestic strength. The fees are based on the type of the pollutants that the industries may discharge and the volume of the discharge. So these unpaid invoices are referred to the city's approved collection agencies. These unpaid invoices are they come back from the primary and the secondary collection agencies. So, and this all collection effort has been exhausted to collect these fees. So LA Sanitation is recommending the removal of these balances from the city records. The board's approval is requested for this board report to be submitted to the Commission's Board of Review and to direct the Office of Accounting to remove the balances from the account receivables. And that concludes my summary of the report. So if you have any questions.
Very well. Thank you very much for this. I have one basic question. You do this every year, right?
Twice a year.
Twice a year, okay.
However, because of this actually was like from last year, but because of the change of staff and everything, so that's why it's been delayed.
I figured, okay, because I hadn't heard it for a while, but thank you for that. Any questions, colleagues? Vice President Villegas?
I do not.
Okay, that's okay. Any other questions? It's pretty straightforward. Any objections? Hearing none, is there a motion on the table to move item number 5 forward and forthwith? Thank you, Commissioner Reyes. Is there a second? Thank you, Dr. Davis. TJ Knight, there's a first by Commissioner Reyes and a second by Dr. Davis to move item number 5 forward and forthwith.
Very good. We will take a roll call vote on item number 5, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corsand.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
All ayes. Item number 5 is approved and will be moved forward forthwith.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good rest of the day. Item number 6 has been continued. And we're moving on to item number 7. This is a request in Council District 4 from Bureau of Engineering, a revised status of funding task order solicitation number 51, AECOM Technical Service, Inc., recommending the board to 1, approve revising the status of funding section of the award board report task order number 51 to include the following statement. In addition, funding in the amount of $57,408 is available from Fund Number 100, Department Number 54, Appropriation Unit Number 00Y976. Hi, good morning, ma'am. And I'm here. You're here to tell us what's going on.
I will. My name is Mary Thomas for wastewater from Wastewater Conveyance Engineering Division of the Bureau of Engineering, requesting the board to approve the revision of the status of funding section of the award board report for the task order solicitation number 51. This task order solicitation number 51 was awarded to AECOM Technical Services on January 27, 2023 by this board, with a budget authority of $10 million to provide sewer engineering services for the wastewater program. The board report identified Sewer Capital Fund as the source of funding. This motion is to identify an additional source of funds for this task order solicitation. The Capital and Technology Improvements Expenditure Program in the City of Los Angeles 23-24 adopted budget includes funding to install a crosswalk related to North Outfall Sewer Unit 35 project in Council District Number 4. The funds will be used for the design needed for the implementation of the necessary improvements to install a desired crosswalk. Therefore, the request is to approve revising the status of funding section of the board report to read. In addition, funding in the amount of $57,408 is available from Fund Number 100, Department Number 54, Appropriation Unit Number 00Y976. That concludes my presentation.
Very well. Thank you so much for your report. Any questions, colleagues, for Ms. Thomas? Dr. Davis?
No.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. I don't have any questions. It's just really changing the fund, right? The fund appropriation of that? Okay, so pretty standard. I don't see any questions. Any objections? Seeing none, is there a motion on the table to move item number 7 forward and forthwith? Thank you, Vice President Vegas. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. Dr. TJ Knight, there's a first by VP Villegas and a second by Commissioner Corson to move item number 7 forward and forthwith.
Very good. And we will take a roll call vote, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corsand.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
And item number 7 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope that helps moving it along. All right, I'm gonna take our number 9, just because I know you're gonna be the last one here, so I might as well come on down. This is the oral report, and then I'll go back to number 8. A status update on major upcoming street improvement project by the Bureau of Street Services. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr.
Good morning, President Garcia,
Brandt.
Commissioners, Bureau Representatives, and Mr. Knight. My name is Gary Brandt, Superintendent
with the Street Renewal Division of Streets LA. This information is being provided to keep the public informed on the upcoming resurfacing projects and minimize the impact on the community as well as delays. For additional information or concerns, you can contact our coordinating section for the Street Renewal Division at 213-847-3200. There are no major street projects scheduled in the Metro or Valley region during the week of 9/10/23 through 9/16/23. Tuesday, 9/5/23 through Sunday, 9/18/23 from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. we will begin cold milling and paving Ventura Boulevard from Shoup Avenue to Sale Avenue. CD3, Woodland Hills Warner Center Neighborhood Council, Pavement Preservation Program Fund. However, we will provide an update on our 23-24 Pavement Preservation Program. During the week of September 10th through September 16th, 2023, the Valley and Metro regions will complete 8 projects for a total of 10.87 lane miles. The press releases were distributed and notifications have been issued. Streets LA has coordinated with the council offices to assist with the outreach to stakeholders. We have coordinated with Los Angeles Department of Transportation for traffic control assistance. This information is also available on the Streets LA website, streetsla.lacity.org, using the Resurfacing Open Projects icon. This concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bryant. Any questions for street services? No questions? Okay, thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you very much, all.
You too. Moving back to item number 8, this is an administrative item. Board of Public Works specifications submitted for board adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids, Council District 4 and 13, Glendale Hyperion Complex of Bridges Phase 2 Federal Aid Project, Work Order E700067F for an estimate amount of $68,945,334. Bid receipt date October 18, 2023. Second bid item in Council District 10, Pio Pico Pocket Park and Parking Structure, Work Order E1908188 for an estimate amount of $20,406,750. Bid receipt date December 6, 2023. Is there a second to my motion to adopt item number 8? Thank you, Commissioner Reyes. TJ Knight, there's a first by me and a second by Commissioner Reyes to approve and adopt item number 8.
So we'll take a roll call vote on item number 8, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
And item number 8 is approved and adopted and will move forward forthwith.
Very well. Thank you very much. TJ Knight, have we cleared today's desk?
Yes, we have.
Very well. Given that we are good on time, we will have a very short management meeting just to check in. Otherwise, it is now 10:42 and this meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a good rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Smoke through that.